Hey everybody, welcome to Humpday Hangouts episode 107, the episode where my webcam doesn't work and you get to watch my static face because I got here 1 minute before we started. So hope everybody's doing all right. Let's say hi to everybody. We'll start on with Chris. How's it going, man?
Doing good. How you doing?
Busy. You know, pushing it up until Thanksgiving here in the U.S., but pretty happy. Can't complain.
Did we just get live now, or was that my app hanging on Google Hangout again?
Say that again?
Did we just jump onto live right now, or was that my app hanging again in Google Hangouts?
We're live. We're totally live. Hernan, how's it going?
Hey guys, hey everyone. It's really good to be here. I know I'm jumping a little bit ahead of myself right here, but I just wanted to say that I'm really thankful for being working with you guys, since we will probably not be talking for Thanksgiving. So I just wanted to say that it's been a blast, and you guys are not only my business partners, but you're also my friends. So I just wanted to say that, and I'm also really thankful for the people that are watching this Hangout right now. Some of you guys have been with us since day one. You know, some of you guys have been since day one, so I really appreciate that. And for all of you guys that are just jumping in and, you know, starting to be part of the Semantic Mastery family, welcome, and thank you guys for being here. So that's pretty much it. All I had to say.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, man, thank you. And hey, everybody, you heard Hernan say that, so now I can't take it back. So, Marco, how's it going? How's the weather?
Hey man, what's up? It's raining, man. It's been really cold. It was 65 last night.
You bastard.
It was
the horror.
Cold. Yeah, the horror. 65. My God. Anyway, happy Thanksgiving to all of those who celebrated. Have a great weekend. Be safe. We don't celebrate Thanksgiving in Costa Rica, but I'll be thinking of you guys while I'm watching the football game.
Outstanding. Yeah, I'll be doing some of that on Friday. So, Bradley, how's it going?
Good, man. Happy to be here. We got lots of questions. Looking forward to tomorrow. I'm thankful for everybody as well. I'm not going to get as mushy as Hernan did, though.
Come on, man.
All right.
You can do it.
Any announcements, Adam?
Yeah, definitely. We got a few. Hopefully you guys saw the emails. We're giving away some cool gear. We got some hats that we had made for ourselves. We've got some extras. We really want to give them away to you guys. We're also, I'm not going to totally reveal it, but you'll be able to see some stuff starting Friday. But we're going to be giving away some additional gear. We got some T-shirts. We got some coffee mugs. We maybe have some sweatshirts. So I'm going to drop that link in a second. So please go. All you got to do is sign up, share it. Increase the odds of winning. We're going to be giving away several prizes. So it's just kind of a fun contest, you guys. And then you can use that link too to find out more about the Black Friday sales, and we'll be sending out some emails. In addition to the awesome Black Friday sale we're going to be having, today, if we can get him, Justin Sardi is going to be here. So we're having some issues getting him on board into the Hangout, but if he shows up, we're going to talk to him. We've been talking about that this week with his video ads crash course, which is a really cool course on YouTube ads. So anyways, if he shows up, we'll talk about that with him, and he can kind of clue us in a little bit more. And then if not, I know I've been through at least part of the course, but I haven't been through the updated one. But we can talk to you guys a little bit about that if you have questions. So anybody else got anything?
Not that I don't have anything.
All righty, let's do this.
Okay. All right. Excuse me, let me grab the screen and we'll get right into it. Make sure I'm coming through okay. You guys see me all right?
Yep, looking good. Got your whole screen.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Start right at the bottom. We'll work our way up. Michael Franks, he says, happy Thanksgiving. I really need your help in finalizing my website preferred format and search console. I'm a bit desperate and confused. If you would be so kind, I could use some specific steps you would do to get this done. Here are the things that are confusing me. As you suggested, I now have both HTTP and HTTPS versions of my site verified in Search Console. Okay. Question one is, where or how exactly do I tell Google to use only the HTTP version? You don't, Michael. You don't tell Google that. You verify both of them, but in Search Console, but you don't tell Google to use one or the other. You can tell Google to use either the www. Or the root domain version of your site. You can specify that under the site settings option within Search Console, but you can't tell Google only display HTTPS or HTTP. That is handled through WordPress or htaccess, but you can do it right through WordPress, okay? And that's by setting up the proper redirects within WordPress. And there's plugins that do that, Michael. There are plugins that do that. So I think this is the third week you've asked about this, and I hope that you've been doing other stuff other than just working on this for 3 weeks, because you know, when I first started trying to switch stuff over to HTTPS, I got an ice cream headache very quickly attempting this stuff on my own. So I jumped over to Upwork, found somebody that could do it for me, and I hired them, and I had them do everything for me. And guess what? I didn't have a headache anymore. I paid a little bit of money and got it done, and it worked perfectly. And again, it's not something I recommend that any of you do unless you're proficient at it, because you're probably better off spending your time working on something more productive. That said, Michael, again, I did a search earlier on just plugins for Google, and all I did, look, I'm on page 1. I just searched for HTTPS plugins for WordPress, and here's 10 of them, basically. So you can go through here and just find one and try that and set it up that way on your own. And if it gives you any trouble, and again, I don't even mess with this anymore. I just go straight to Upwork and hire it out, which is what I recommend that you do, because I don't know how much time you spent on it, but again, I know you've asked about it for several weeks in a row, and I can only imagine that this has been a bit of a headache for you. And the quickest way to resolve that is get an expert to do it for you. You know what I mean? So that said, I'm not going to try to answer all these questions, because quite honestly, I don't even know how to answer all of them, because I just hired out. Okay. So question 2 is where or how do I even access the HTTP version of my site? Again, it's done in WordPress, and a plugin can do that for you. If the plugin still gives you a hard time, hire it out. If I can't access the HTTPS version of my site, do you suggest I put canonical links? No, I don't. I'm not going to suggest any of that. I'd suggest that you get the HTTPS version of your site working correctly, which is what you'll do once you get either a plugin installed and working correctly, or you get somebody that knows what the hell they're doing to do it for you, if that makes sense. The next one is, after this, should I have my server host stop the HTTPS entirely? No. Why would you do that? If you have the site settings correct, then regardless of whether somebody tries to visit the HTTP or the HTTPS version of the URL, either way, it will resolve to the final location, the proper correct location. That's how it should be set up. And again, this can be done via WordPress, or it can be done in htaccess. Again, you can do it through WordPress, and you can hire that out. It's very simple to do. It's very simple to hire it out, is what I'm saying. I don't know how simple it is to do, because I don't do it. All right. Lastly, if needed, do you have a suggestion for a developer that could get this done fast for me? Okay, so let me jump over to Upwork. I want you to see something here. Now, I'm in Upwork now, and all I did was just go right up here to find freelancers and hit SSL and hit enter. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to return results that have SSL and their headline or whatever. And so if you scroll through here, you'll see, like, here's somebody from the Ukraine for $20 an hour. WordPress expert, migrations, SSL, malware removal. So for $20 an hour, and you're talking about one site, you could probably you have to post a job in Upwork first, but you can select when you're setting up the job posting that you only want to personally invite people to apply for the job. So in other words, you don't post the job out there where you'll get 100 different responses from it. So it's a public job posting. You post a job, and then select in the settings that you only want to personally invite people to bid on the job. And then you can go contact these members that you hand select right here and say, and look, here's somebody from India for $10 an hour, whatever. All I would do is look for somebody with a high job success rating. Then I would invite them to the job that you just created and say, look, I'll give you $25 if you fix this for me. And 3 weeks worth of work could have been resolved that simply just by going to Upwork, is my point. So, and here's the guy that I've used to do this. I've used Andrew Dog for, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that properly, but I can post this URL on the event page here in just a second. But this is the guy that I've had do it for me in the past. He hasn't done any work for me in probably about a year or so, just because I haven't been doing a lot of that kind of stuff. But this is the dude that did it for me before, although I don't think he specifically states that he does SSL stuff. This is who I've used. But if you want to go somebody that specifically states SSL, which means that they're an expert in that field, then do that. All you got to do is look for the job success rating. Make sure that it's good and that they have at least some billed hours. Like 0 hours probably don't go with. But this person right here, 117 hours, $20 an hour, 100% job success. They have SSL right in their job title. So I would definitely send a job, you know, a bid request to her, or just a flat out job offer. I'll give you $25 if you go in and fix my site. This Tatiana, I guess her name is, she could probably have it done in about 15 minutes, right? So don't offer $20 an hour, offer $25 just to get it done. You know what I mean? And just be happy that somebody can do it for you. All right. Hopefully that was helpful. Marco, did you want to comment on that at all? Wrong event page.
No. That's exactly on point. Stop wasting your time. Get somebody to do it and move on.
That's right.
Because 3 weeks, that's just way too long. Besides, you can screw things royally and have Google looking at 2 versions of your website, duplicate content. You can get into a whole mess if you keep this the way it is. So just have someone fix it.
All right, I just posted Andrew on there. You can tell him I sent you. Again, it's been probably a year since he's done anything for me, but he'll remember me for sure because I've used him for a lot of stuff over the years. So, or just hire somebody else. And again, you can ask several people to bid on the job or whatever. But since it's one website, Michael, just literally just say you're going to pay somebody $25 or something like that, and just invite a couple people. Somebody will take you up on it and do it for you. Okay. Mark O'Connell says, hey, Mark, you got beat by Michael Franks today for first question. So I guess we'll let you slide since it's a holiday week. Mark says, hey, guys.
Yeah, come on, man.
I'm sorry, what?
Come on, man. Put your stuff together.
You're slacking, Mark. He says, hey, guys, hope all is well. I got a quick question. If you're trying to rank a homepage for a local keyword, how much would you interlink that page? Meaning, would you link to the other relevant pages, maybe a services page, for example, or would this bleed juice? If you were to link the other pages, would you keep this to a minimum? Thanks. Well, you got to think, Mark. Remember your navigation menu, right? So your nav bar at the top of the site or wherever it is on your theme, typically it's at the top. Those are essentially links to all of your other pages, or at least to the top level pages, right? Your silo, top of the silo, if you've got your site siloed, including your about page, contact page, all of that. So unless you remove the menu from your homepage, you've got links on your homepage to your other pages. And so, no, you don't want to link to all of your pages. What you want to do is you want to link from the nav bar to your top level silo pages. If your site is siloed, and I'm assuming that it is, even a simple silo, that's fine. You would link to your top level pages, which would also be categories, right? And then you would obviously link to about and contact, which is typically what you know, every site has. Which, by the way, guys, on the sites, you want to link your most important sites or pages, excuse me, in your menu should be to the left, and your least important pages to the right, because the way that the bots crawl and will prioritize the links on the site. So typically the logo is going to be, which also acts as a homepage URL, a homepage link, right? On most sites, most WordPress themes. And so that's typically going to be in the top left corner. And so you want to put your top level page URLs, the ones that mean the most to your site, closest to that, if that makes sense. And then work your way down to the right. In other words, like your about and your contact page, there's no reason for you to want to rank those, right? So you would put those to the far right. And also in WordPress, if you go to your menu settings, so go to appearance menus, and then on your menu screen, if you go up to the top, there's a little drop down arrow. You click on the drop down arrow and it will expand like widget options for that page, right? For that editing screen. And so from there, if you check on, what is it? I think it's XFN relationship or something like that. What's it? You know what I'm talking about. Son of a bitch. This person keeps calling me. It's driving me nuts. Excuse me for a second, guys. Anyways, it's like XFN or something like that. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a check mark. And you can check that. And when you do that, it'll actually add a no follow field or an XFN text field in your menu options for each page that you add or each menu item. And you can add no follow tag to that. And once you do that, it will actually no follow the menu item. So that's how you can, like, it's, what do they call it? They used to call it page rank sculpting. Although now I know we don't measure page rank anymore, but it used to be called page rank sculpting. And that way you could like no follow the pages that are in your nav menu that aren't important to your site, right? That don't have any bearing on your SEO. So, but as far as linking, yeah, I mean, again, you don't want to remove navigation links from your home page just for SEO purposes, because then what would your visitors do, right? You have to strike a balance between optimizing for the search engines and optimizing for the visitors. And in my experience, especially in today's environment, I always err on the side of optimizing for the visitor as opposed to the search engines.
Yeah.
You want to comment on that, Hernan?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, yeah, I agree with you in terms of user experience, because, you know, Mark, the more you get the visitor engaged with your page, the better it would rank. I mean, the better signals it will send to Google. And this applies for menu pages, sidebar, footer, whatever you're trying to do. On some cases, if you don't want to, you know, send juice back to, I don't know, privacy policy page or an FTC statement or even the contact us, you can just put them on no index do follow, or no follow the link plus no index do follow. You know, that will prevent like any kind of link juice passing. I mean, the 100% surefire way of preventing link juice from passing is to block that by HT access, but you don't want to do that. You know, you just want to, I usually go for no index, no follow links and no index do follow pages. That's kind of the best way that I pull this off. So
very good. Let's see. Adam said Justin was going to jump in.
Yeah, Justin said he's logging in, so he'll be in here in a minute. So maybe we can take another question. And
all right, yeah, let's try to answer this one real quick. This is from Asi, I guess. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Hi, how's it going? I have 2 questions. I have a YouTube channel with a tier 1 ring to it and 3 tier 2 rings, Blogger, Tumblr, and WordPress. Okay. Can I do 4 tier 1 rings to the channel, or is this too risky for the channel? No, absolutely you can, Asi. For YouTube channels, you can stack as many networks or rings as you want onto a YouTube channel, as many tier 1s and as many tier 2s. Like, so literally you could have, you know, 10 tier 1s connected to one YouTube channel, and each one of those tier 1s could have 3 tier 2 rings, right? So, I mean, literally the sky's the limit. I've never gone more than past like 8 full 2-tier networks on any one channel because I was able to accomplish what I needed. So I didn't see the point in building it out any further. But you can do that. You can build as many as you want. So just build as many as it takes to accomplish what it is that you need, that you're trying to accomplish, and then stop there, right? But yeah, you can add as many as you want. And he says, what's best? RSS feed syndication to tier 1 or YouTube embed to tier 1? It doesn't matter. If you're going to be stacking multiple networks, you're going to want to stack them directly to YouTube, not your blog, because that's a footprint issue. I always recommend just using a single tier 1 ring for your main money site, your blog. But for YouTube, you can stack as many as you want. So if you're going to be stacking networks, then make sure that you're using YouTube as your trigger, not your blog. Okay. Excuse me. The second part of this question is, if I do Google AdSense to my PBNs from one AdSense account to 15 blogs, will it look like footprint? I don't know. I don't do anything with AdSense, but that doesn't seem like something I'd want to do. Does anybody here have any experience with AdSense and comment on that?
Yeah, I've heard people about using AdSense on their PBNs. I wouldn't know what you want to do that, Asi, like for real. I mean, you can fake everything on your AdSense account up until the bank details. And the bank details, they're a footprint in and of themselves, and you're feeding information on Google, you know? So I would stay out of that. If you want to monetize your PBNs for some reason, just do it with CPA, for example, or with any other network not related to Google. Yeah. You will get pennies on the dollars anyways. Like, you know, even with a massive website, AdSense shouldn't be your main source of income. So for your PBNs, you will get pennies on the dollars. So, you know, have that in mind. I mean, I wouldn't risk my PBNs. Usually your PBNs end up being a far more great an investment than the ROI that you could potentially have back from AdSense on those blogs. You know, it doesn't make any sense. So,
yeah. And just the last part of that was PS. He says, IFTTT works in any language, and it's great. All the websites in Israel got slapped in the past month besides my IFTTT SEO. I'm going to +1 that. Nice. That's awesome.
Nice.
That's awesome. All right, cool. Is Justin on? He is. Justin.
I am. I was muted out for a second.
How you doing, man?
How's it going, guys?
Good. It's been a while since we've talked.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me on today. Sorry, I showed up a little bit late. Our food delivery took forever to show up, and I was starving.
No worries. So, I guess Adam kind of sprung this on me. I forgot that you were coming. Right. But I know you're in the middle of relaunching Video Ads Crash Course under, what is it, Video Ads Crash Course 3 now, correct?
Yep. Yeah, basically, rolled it out a couple months ago. The third version went really well, and then when it closed, the launch period closed, the price went back up, and then just doing a quick little holiday price drop again. So
yeah, and it's a great course. We promoted it and we try to only promote stuff that we vouch for personally. And I've said many, many times that I started my whole AdWords journey through YouTube ads, learning from Justin and Zane Miller to combine the two of them. And so I can vouch for Justin's training. It's top notch, top quality. He's the AdWords YouTube AdWords for video expert. And so we just wanted to bring you on. Guys, if you have any questions specifically about AdWords for YouTube, post them now. I know there's a little bit of a delay, but we'd like to get a couple questions in for Justin.
Yeah, definitely. And in the meantime,
sure.
Justin, if you don't mind giving people just kind of the overview, we've been telling them about it, and several people have participated or joined in your previous ones. But, as always, we get some people who aren't as familiar. So if you don't mind taking a few minutes and just kind of telling people about it.
definitely.
Cool.
Okay. Did we?
Yeah, so
Oh, there we go.
Uh-oh, Justin.
yeah, sorry,
you're
like I said, my internet's been.
Yeah, just
My
turn the
camera.
camera off. It'll save the bandwidth. We should be able to get your audio.
There we go.
There we go.
Probably a lot better.
Yeah, we
But-
can hear you.
Cool. All right, sorry about that. But yeah, basically like AdWords for video, YouTube ads is what it is. And bit of background, I used to do some video SEO stuff. Was never that great at it. I learned from you guys though, and it's definitely, made a pretty big difference using those
Awesome.
things. Actually, Zane's been helping me out a little bit as well with one of our YouTube channels. And that's all the stuff from you guys as well. So it's been very beneficial. But, one of the things that I always struggled with the video SEO is like, all right, now I have to wait and maybe I did it wrong or whatever. My video wasn't ranking, something like that. This is whatever, years ago. And I found this little tab and it said promote, right? In that little drop down menu when you're on YouTube, and was like, I wonder what that does. Clicked it, and then it took me to the thing to set up an ad and all the targeting. I was like, wait, this is pretty cool. So I kind of self-taught myself. But what I really liked about it is just basically, you could post a video and 5 minutes later, you can have it showing up at the top of the YouTube search results just by using like video discovery ads. And the cool thing about these different types of ads, the YouTube ads, is you only pay for them if somebody actually watches your video. So you're not just like paying for impressions of people that are never going to watch. You pay when somebody clicks on your video and actually watches it. So it was also very engaged traffic. And then I also found out, these are a view, which was extremely cheap. So, quickly dove into that and really just have been figuring out different ways to use these types of video ads to do anything from sell digital products. We've been selling physical products with them recently. That's been going really well. And offering it as a service to other businesses. Just all that stuff we've basically been kind of going through and, rocking it out.
Very cool. Now, I have a question because I haven't been through the most updated version of the course. Do you have anything in there about using YouTube ads for local?
Yeah, there's actually a whole bonus in there. That's a module. It's about an hour-long training where I walk through, because I used to pretty much only focus on clients when I first started. Recently, I've, own offers and have started running traffic for those, as well as, started a few other businesses that were doing some, a lot of YouTube based things with. But yeah, so that whole training, I basically walk everybody through, prospecting, how to deliver the service, how to price it, because that's a huge one. Just a quick little bit of backstory there. When I first started offering this as a service to clients, one of the clients was like, oh, we have a really low ad spend. And so, that basically I ended up taking them on for like pennies on the dollar, not realizing that, even though they had a lower ad spend, it was going to cost me the same amount of time to get all this set up for them. And so, talk a little bit about that in the training, how to price it, why to price it that way, how to justify, getting the price that you want to charge actually. So, and then just, the whole delivery of the service, setting ads up for local businesses.
Well, that's great because, we got a lot of people that do local, and we just launched Local Kingpin, which was our AdWords course for, lead generation using AdWords. And I've got a module in there for YouTube, which still needs to be updated. But you know, our course it's a $500 course. So for those of you that are interested in learning about how to use YouTube ads for local stuff, then Justin's course, he's got a module in it. If he says it's you know, his previous process that he used for client work, then I would take him at his word and say it's good. And so what I would say is if you guys are interested in that, right now is a good time to jump on it because it's really dirt cheap. It's so inexpensive. His course is, but not only that, but the YouTube advertising is still very inexpensive right now. So I jump on it while you can.
We do have
Actually,
a couple. Nope, go ahead. Sorry, Justin.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say I got a message from one of the students that went through that the other day, and he was just like, "Holy crap, man! You like way over delivered on that one. Like that was worth it. You know that one bonus that you had in there was worth the whatever $27 that Video Ads Crash Course is right now." So.
Yes, well, this will make you happy then. So we got a comment on the page says Justin Sardi is an excellent teacher, and it is a very good course. So,
Awesome.
yeah, and let's see, we do have a question. I think this is probably a pretty common one from Kyle. Justin, he's just asking, how much money do you need to get started with YouTube AdWords? You know, that's basically the question. It's just kind of like what's the, you know, the starting point for somebody.
Yeah, for sure. So the cool thing about getting started with this is the AdWords is actually offering $100 free advertising credit for any advertiser that starts running video ads. So you pay $5 of your own money or your client's money, whatever, and you get a bonus dollars. In we're talking, you know, a penny. Sorry about that. Not sure. Let me close Skype a little bit too.
Yeah, we lost. Any better? Yeah, it's coming through now.
Cool. Sorry, I don't know what's up with my internet. They're supposed to send a technician out. It's just been killing me today.
The damn cable.
Right. And they got a monopoly on it now. So where'd you lose me at?
I'm sorry. Pennies on the dollar, I think.
Yeah, we got the part with the getting the credit from Google.
Getting the ad credit.
Okay, cool. Right. So they give you the $100. You've got your 25 put in. So, you know, that's $125. If you're paying a penny a view, that's like 12,500 views, right? I think so. If my math is right. So I mean, that's a lot of views you can get to your video, and those aren't just views; those are targeted views as well. And then that's probably plenty to get started with right there, just to kind of test the waters, you know, get your feet wet and start learning some stuff. And you know, like once you kind of get the hang of it, the profit comes pretty easily as well. So.
Yeah, that's what, here, let me grab the screen for 1 second, guys. Take a look at this real quick, because, I mean, all you got to do to get started is just go to Google and search for Google AdWords coupon, right? And you do that, and then right here, click on that link, the first link, and you get $75 in free ad credit when you spend $25. So if you spend $25 to get started and it gives you $100, and there are other coupons too. I'm just saying you can go to Google and get these coupons. It's only good for a brand new account, okay? Yeah. But you can do that. You can just go here and do that and get started that way. And, you know, honestly, it's worth getting started and using your own money for some test campaigns and stuff because, in my opinion, you get a hell of a lot better, a lot quicker when you're using your own money, if that makes sense. So, okay.
Yeah, for sure.
Good deal. Well, I think that's it for, that's it for questions. We'll give everybody here last call on the questions, and then we'll let Justin get back to it. I'm sure he's busy.
Yeah, and Justin, we appreciate you coming on and talking a little bit about it. We certainly wanted to bring you on because you know it's definitely a good product, and we want to make sure everybody was aware of it. So,
yeah, for sure. Yeah, and thanks for your guys' support for sure. You guys always have some of the best, or you know, everybody coming into my program from you guys is usually pretty knowledgeable about YouTube, which you know helps out tremendously. Yeah. They actually get it, and so that's really cool.
Awesome. Well, thanks, Justin. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for having me, guys. And sorry about the internet issue. It's just, like I said, been
no worries.
Killing me today.
No worries. It happens to everybody.
All right.
All right, man.
Cool. Have a good one, guys.
We'll see you.
Yeah.
Thanks.
All right, guys, we're going to jump back into questions. I know we're about halfway through. So, and seriously, if you guys are interested at all, even like maybe if you're not interested at the moment in doing YouTube ads, but you think at some point in the future you would. Typically, I don't tell people to buy stuff that they might use in the future because that can be a waste of money if you never use it. But for $27 or whatever the launch price or the special price is right now, $27, $37, whatever it is, it's totally worth it.
Yeah,
So,
and it's going up, I think, to 97 tonight or tomorrow morning, but I think today's the last day of the sale. So yeah, if you feel like diving into YouTube ads, that'd be a great time.
yeah. Okay, Ivan is up. He says, hey guys, how's it going? First, let me say thanks for all the stuff you share. For me, every day can be a hump day. That's awesome. Okay, my questions are about Maps Powerhouse. I understand that you embed maps in different places. I don't live in the US. Do you embed the maps in just US properties? Does it matter where Web 2 social profiles websites the maps are embedded on? And do they have the same effect? I'll let Marco answer that. Marco?
Yes.
Okay.
No, they work. I know our UK people are doing fine. I know our people in Australia are doing fine. And people in other languages, we just saw the guy from Israel, what was it, AC, saying how everything stood up with IFTTT SEO. And so it's basically the same concept. It's just getting your map embed out there in as many properties as possible, so you get credit back to the source map. I mean that's the entire idea. Just getting as many embeds as possible. Same thing with YouTube videos.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing now. Does it matter where? Yeah, we usually go for Web 2.0s and social media platforms that accept iframes. Some of them won't. Some of them will not take the embed, and so that's what we look for. And then we power up our own. We add our own flavor. We add IFTTT,
And we theme them.
That's especially right. Keeping that theme, keeping that subject right, so that Google sees that everything. It's a silo, actually. What it is, the website, right? It becomes one huge silo of theme content, which makes it even more powerful.
It keeps it. So essentially, they're embedded on sites with relevant, at least somewhat relevant content, right? Okay.
Now, I think the only thing that we will not do, sorry for interrupting, but it's foreign language. We're not accepting foreign language, as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong, Adam, but I think last discussion that we had on language was English only.
Correct, and if there was a large demand for it, we certainly would listen to people and consider creating networks for that. But at this point in time, yeah, the major demand is for English.
Yeah. Okay, says I heard Marco in the Panama episode saying that JavaScript is very important now and will be in the future. That's correct. When you embed the maps, do you place the Super Ninja iframe that we see in one of the videos of RYS?
What goes on in RYS stays in RYS.
I know, but I think what he's asking is in the Maps Powerhouse when we do the syndication of the maps.
When we do map syndication, yeah, we're not doing Java yet, but JavaScript, excuse me. We are going to try it. We are going to test the iframe script for Java for both maps and video, so that we're not always doing HTML, because obviously that's creating a footprint, right? When you embed only in HTML. So we're going to try just for variety, right? For variation, so that Google doesn't see the same thing over and over and over again. But yeah, Java is being read by Google just like an iframe, a regular HTML iframe script. We proved it, by the way, recently, that it does push through, which was just a big deal to me, because we've been saying it, but to finally prove it was just awesome. So there you go.
Awesome, thank you. Brian's up. Hi, Semantic Mastery Team. I have a question about client acquisition. Currently, I'm using Craigslist and spam email to generate leads. Unfortunately for me, I'm getting clients that can only afford $500 a month or less for fees. Obviously, I'm fishing in a bad pond. Where else can I go fishing for new clients? Yeah, Brian, that's a tough, man, because people that typically frequent Craigslist are bargain hunters, and so that's what you're going to be getting a lot of, is those types of people, and that's unfortunate, because I know it's tough. But what I found, and I've said this many times in the last few months, especially, is for prospecting, and, you know, searching for clients is the best way that I've ever found for generating clients was using video email. Okay. And that's essentially, there's a couple things that you can do with video email. Like you can hand select. And so for example, you're saying, where else can I go for fishing for new clients? Well, what I would recommend that you do, Brian, is zero in on a particular niche, right? An industry that you would like to provide marketing services for. So something that you have an interest in. And then you can become an expert in that one particular area, and you can target specifically only those type of companies, right? So let's just say if there were roofers or plumbers or something like that, you know, you could target specifically just roofers. And then you get so much better at becoming, at first of all, prospecting, because you learn, it's a little bit of trial and error, but you learn the language and you learn, you know, the vocabulary of those people in that industry. So in this example, roofers, right? You understand their vocabulary, you know how to talk to them. And you can usually start closing more of your pitches. In other words, you can usually successfully land clients more often once you've worked on your pitch and really gotten that down. And, you know, trying to pitch to multiple different types of businesses is difficult, because you have to always restart that process of learning about that industry. And so in my opinion, if I had to do it and start all over again from the beginning, I would have zeroed in on one specific niche and only worked on that one niche and become a big fish in a small pond instead of a small fish in a big pond, right? And so as far as actually prospecting for those clients, you know, for those leads, once you've zeroed in on that particular industry, then you can start doing things like what I use, which is video email, which worked incredibly well for me. And essentially what I would do is just go look for roofing clients in areas that might, especially one thing you can do is cross-reference, look at AdWords, look at people that are advertising so that they're in the four ads above the maps pack, or even the 3 ads at the bottom of the page. Look at the advertisers, and then look at the organic search results, the map search results, and the organic search results, and look for people that are advertising that are not listed in the first page of the organic results or the maps results, but you might find their organic listing on page 2 or page 3 of the search results. But now you know they've got money to spend because they're advertising. They're paying Google AdWords. You know they understand the importance of marketing, but they apparently never got SEO done well. And so that's why they're spending money on AdWords. Just because somebody spends money on AdWords doesn't mean that they don't also have a budget for SEO. And so those would be people that you could contact because you already know they're spending money, right? They're advertising on AdWords. And now you have an industry that you're specifically targeting. You're now targeting people that you know have an advertising budget and that their SEO isn't working that well, or they're not doing any SEO at all. And you can analyze their site very quickly on a video, with screencast video, with you narrating how they could get better results. You don't ever criticize their site and say, this is what you're doing wrong. You never do that. You always say, hey, during the video, hey, you know, I took a look at your site and I think this is, you know, the site looks good. There's a couple things that I might suggest that might improve it. And this is how we can help to get better rankings and generate leads. Keep the video short, 5 to 10 minutes, just very quickly analyzing, giving some pointers as to things that could be done to improve it. And then send that email out with the link to the video to the actual prospect. And there's ways to, you know, you can use lead scrapers and stuff like that to generate the emails. But what I do is hire a virtual assistant who goes and manually locates the contact details for businesses that I want to prospect, because a manual approach is so much better than using an automated approach when you're laser targeting, specifically targeting, right? If you're doing mass scraping, then using software is great. But when you have a specific target, then I always have a VA that can do all the digging necessary to get the contact details, so that when I send the video email out, there's about an 80% chance of it getting through to the owner, right? Or to the decision maker, right? And then out of that, out of every 10, and guys, this is like, I mean, it was like clockwork. Out of every 10 prospecting emails I sent out that were video emails, I would end up getting 3 responses. Out of those 3 responses, I would close 1 or 2 of them every single time. So it might take me a day or 2 to actually prepare 10 video emails to go out. But once I got them out, I would always end up with at least 3 replies, 3 responses, and I would end up having a conversation with the 3, and I would close 1 or sometimes even 2 of those 3. And that's how I literally started my SEO agency, was that exact same model. Okay, so hopefully that was helpful. Anybody else want to comment on that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have just a quick comment. LinkedIn Pro Finder. You could do the exact same thing and lead people to a VSL, but you're actually getting warm leads inside LinkedIn. These are people who are looking for your specific skills, whatever they are inside there, and then it's just bidding, getting the right bid in for whatever it is that's required. And I joined it just to see whether it worked, and I keep getting I get, I don't know, 20 to 30 leads a month just from LinkedIn, just from having them come into my mailbox. So that's something to take a look at, guys, if you're looking for clients.
Nice. Yeah, real quick on kind of my method. So right now, Brian, you have Google, you have LinkedIn, and then I would suggest that you also become helpful. And I think I mentioned this, become helpful on Facebook groups, and also on forums like discussion boards, discussion forums. If you are helpful there, you will get a ton of introductions to people. Maybe if you're helpful on marketing groups and you become an expert in that group, a ton of people that can refer you business. And so that's number one. And if you become an SEO expert or marketing expert in a specific forum, like, I don't know, dentist forums or tree services, roofers forum, those guys are actually trying. Of course, you won't be teaching them how to fix a roof, how to repair a roof, but rather you will be teaching them how to grow their Google Plus presence, and that alone can bring you a ton of business. So that you have like 3 different approaches that are way better than Craigslist, in my opinion.
Yeah, way better. And I just posted this link, guys. This is, if you want, it's a free training program that it's a PDF and a training course I put together with 2 other partners in a business from several years ago when I first started using video email. And after I kind of perfected the system, I created a little training program. It's free. I just posted the link. If you want it, go sign up for it, and it'll be delivered to you once you sign up. Okay. And then I'm going to spam you to death. But no, I'm kidding. But honestly, it's a great little program. It still applies today. There are plenty of tools now. Like, I did everything manually because there weren't a whole lot of tools for video email back then, like in 2012 when I was doing that all the time. But now there are tools and stuff like that where you can actually like create GIFs out of a YouTube video and insert them directly into the email, so that when people get the email, it looks like a video is playing in their email, and when they click it, it opens up the YouTube video, that kind of stuff. There's tools out there that will do that. You can use email tracking systems so that you know who's opening your email, how long they're engaged with your email, whether they've clicked on any of the links in your email or forwarded it to anybody. Like, I use pointofmail.com whenever I'm doing prospecting, and that's there. But there, there's Yesware or something like that, which is a Chrome app that you can install that works with Gmail. There's a whole lot of things like that you can do. But again, email is a great way. And like Hernan said, just going into LinkedIn groups or groups in Facebook, and especially groups that are niche specific, once you've chosen an industry that you want to work in, and go in there and just comment and be helpful and that kind of stuff. And you'll start generating leads for marketing services there too. So. Good question. Jenny's up. She said, I've heard you guys talking about Video Powerhouse before. Is this something just for ranking videos, or what else can I use it for? You guys are great. Thanks for all your hard work. Well, there's Video Powerhouse, but then there's also Maps Powerhouse. And we were just talking about that earlier. So, Adam, you want to comment?
No, because I'm busy typing. Sorry. I'm taking notes on this stuff. No, Video Powerhouse is more than just Video Powerhouse. So if you haven't been over to SERPspace, first of all, you can go to SERPspace.com and get a free account over there. But Video Powerhouse, definitely something you can use for powering up videos, your channel, playlist. I'm going to definitely hand this off to Marco in a second. But there's also the maps as well, which the details of which I'll let Marco talk about. But yeah, you can post more than videos. And then as far as what you can do it for, though, you can do so much more, because it's not like you just power up a video and that's it, right?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to mention, was also because we're at like a credit-based system now. I don't know if everything's gone credit-based 100% yet, but it's going that way, to where like if you purchase credits from within SERPspace, they can be used for other done for you services as well. Again, I know it hasn't rolled out across all of the services available, but we're working on that so that it's going to be available shortly. So purchasing credits can be used for both Video Powerhouse, Maps Powerhouse, as well as ordering other services.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I don't, Marco or anybody else, if you want to chime in. I mean, as far as, you know, describing it, I think it's easiest for people to go in, log in, and start asking some questions, or just try it out, because it used to be subscription based only, and now you can go in and do one-off purchases, get some credits, test things out.
Yeah,
That's what I always recommend. Go test. You should be testing constantly anyway as an SEO. If you're not testing, then you shouldn't really call yourself an SEO. I mean, you could purchase all of our done-for-you services without being an SEO. Does that make sense? But if to truly call yourself an SEO, someone that really knows what search engine optimization is all about, you should be testing constantly to know what's working and what isn't, and to know why. Especially, we see all of the fluctuations and everything that just happened in YouTube last week. You guys, you need to be up on all that, or just hire us. That's simple, right?
Yep.
Sounds good.
I wanted to say real quick that, I mean, I agree with Marco with all of the wrath. I think Ganti mentioned at some point that, you know, a lot of YouTube live spammers, quote unquote, were having a hard time with YouTube now, which is expectable. Things will equalize at some point, and, you know, every free traffic source will become a pay-to-play space at some point. We want you guys to be ahead of the curve. You know, that's why we're launching courses about paid advertising and whatnot. But my point is that with Video Powerhouse, whether you're doing SEO for your videos, or you want to get more views, to get more exposure, to get more subscribers, if you're doing videos for clients, whether you're trying to rank them on Google or not, Video Powerhouse will definitely help you out, because we are pushing relevance and we are pushing traffic back into the video. We are building the accounts in a way that they're relevant to your niche, so that not only, and we have proven, you know, there's a ton of proof that IFTTT networks not only will bring you backlinks, high quality backlinks, but also traffic and clicks and you know, actual traffic from actual people. So if that's something that you want to do, if you have like a video production company, or you're diving hard into video marketing, not only at video SEO, but video marketing overall, Video Powerhouse can also help you getting the word out there, you know, getting more subscribers, getting more people into your list, etc. So I think we guys are mostly an SEO based community, but the way Video Powerhouse is being built is that it goes, you know, beyond that, in a sense that it will help you rank in your videos, but it will also help you getting more views, clicks, etc., which in turn will help you rank in higher. So it's kind of a win-win situation.
Cool. Thanks, guys. John's up. He says, what is the best way, excuse me, what is the best way to get an in-stream video ad created without breaking the bank? Presumably a 30-second Fiverr video is not the best way to go. Well, it depends, John. I mean, you know, it can be. The thing about in-stream videos is you need to have your call to action very, very quickly in the beginning, because you know, it's short and people will typically in 5 seconds click the skip this ad button. So you need to be really abrupt up front with why they should stay for you know, 15, 20, 30 seconds and watch your ad, or click on the link in the lower left corner or whatever. So, you know, again, a 30-second Fiverr video could work, but you'd have to script it out correctly. So it would be up to you to do the scripting for that, for it to be done right. And so, you know, what we use is V-Roll, like, because V-Roll is a service that you can, it's like a you know, an online app that you can use to create in-stream ads. And they also have targeting tools in there and list building tools and all that. Personally, I like Justin Sardi's TubeSift program better for my targeting. I use that for building placement lists and stuff like that. But for creating the in-stream ads, I like to use V-Roll, because V-Roll, I can use different types of templates, like in-stream ad templates, and then just customize the templates with my own ad copy, my own ad text, and that calls to action, that sort of thing. And then and it produces the video in about 15 or 20 minutes. Once you're done, it only takes a couple minutes to set it up. The hardest part about setting up a video inside of V-Roll is writing the ad copy, because you get 5 lines of text, and that's where I always slow way down, is because I got to think about my ad copy, because they're short little lines. You know, you only get like 40 characters or whatever per line, and there's 5 lines of text. So you got to be very succinct with your ad copy. But once you've produced the video, or clicked submit, it'll render the video for you in about 15 or 20 minutes, and then you can upload it to your channel, and you're off to the races. And then if you start to get a lot of traction from a particular instream video, an instream ad, then I would recommend going out and creating, spending some money on turning that ad into, more of like a better type of video in-stream ad, as opposed to just the text type. Because if you've got something that's an offer that's converting, that sort of thing, then you want to start split testing the ads themselves and trying to get your conversions up, right? So that's what I would suggest, is starting off with V-Roll. They have different subscription levels, guys, but if you're going to be doing in-stream ad stuff, it's a great service for that. And I've been using V-Roll for about 2 years now. So, okay, RK's up. Guys, we're out of time. We got 5 minutes, so we're going to try to roll through a couple more. RK's up. He said, Marco, new Gsites or old Gsites for Google Stacks?
Both.
Both. +1. Don says, is the idea of a Google Stack to do just one set for branding, or do you do multiple stacks for different keywords? Don, it depends on what the needs of your project are. Marco, you want to comment on that?
Both.
Both. Okay.
No, I mean, I'm simplifying, but seriously, do one that's branded. Don, I think you were in on the webinar that we did, where we talked about navigational searches into the Drive stack. We talked about that. If you weren't there, you should have been there. And then you can do multiple stacks for different keywords, except you can't do them in the same Drive folder. Google does not like that. They'll throttle it. You can't run it. You won't be able to do anything. So when you do that, think of silo, where each new Drive stack and each new persona will do a set of keywords under that same silo, if that makes sense. And then you can just daisy chain everything where relevance will carry through. They're employees of the company, and they can all talk about the different sectors of the company. That's how I would approach this, but definitely both.
Yep. All right, I'm going to try to get through these next 3 quickly, these 3 posts, and then we're going to wrap it up, guys. By the way, the IFTTT SEO Academy update webinar number 7 is coming up in about 8 minutes. So those of you that are in IFTTT SEO, if you don't know how to get to the events page, go to the Facebook group, click on the events tab, and the link for that is in the link for the Google event is in that events tab in Facebook. Okay, just click on that and you can join the webinar. Again, that starts in about 7 or 8 minutes. Okay, Sky's up. He says, I'm working with a client's AdWords account, and I think it has very low quality scores since the office manager used to run the account. Any tips to improve this, as I'm having a hard time getting any impressions? I've completely optimized the ad landing page and outbid the max bid by $2 and still no impressions. Okay, Sky, my first assumption there would be that if the quality score of the overall account, so the overall account quality score was low because it was managed poorly for an extended period of time, is it could be, and again, I'm not 100% sure on this, but from some of the stuff that I've been reading, is that the value that the account has been deprecated. In other words, it's almost like it's been demoted, and I'm not sure how to bring that back other than, having some successful ads with some higher quality scores, and over time it'll pull it back up. But if you're not getting impressions to begin with at all, one thing I'm testing right now for improving ad quality score is adding content to landing pages. In Local Kingpin, some of the landing pages were very, very simple. But I've been doing a lot of studying and reading and testing over the last few weeks, and I'm seeing some better results with adding additional content to the landing pages. And so obviously that's something you might want to look into. I'm assuming you've already tried that, Sky, but in case you haven't, maybe adding some keyword relevant content to the page, to the landing pages, which should bring your ad quality score up a little bit. Other than that, I don't know what else to tell you. Other than to try to possibly set up another AdWords account under a different, a persona or something, and set up the same. And I know that's a pain in the ass because it would require all that setup, but setting up some ads underneath the new account to see if you start getting impressions immediately, and then that would prove to you that the other account has just been like, basically sandboxed, if that makes sense. Now, I don't know that that's the case. I'm just saying that would be through process of elimination. That's what I would be doing, is testing out a few different. That's what I do now with AdWords, guys, is if something's not working, I just test other stuff, just like SEO, just test stuff. The only difference is with AdWords, I'm spending more money for testing, if that makes sense. But it's the same thing, Sky, is just set up and maybe, set up another account that you can, or do it through your own account, set up an ad for that client through your own account, just to see if you can get some impressions. And then you've proven that one ad account is bad, just a no good account. Then you can set up a brand new account for the client all over again, if that makes sense. And that would solve your problem. Don't know that that's the problem, but that would be one way to test it. Okay. And Sky, also remember, bring this stuff up in Mastermind and Masterclass if you want to dig into it a little bit deeper, because obviously I can't get into it too much here in Humpday Hangouts. All right, Chris is up really quick. He says, on my affiliate site, I send customers to one company website that has no formal affiliate link program. He and I would like to find a method to track who I send to his site. He's asked me for a suggested way to inexpensively track this. Chris, on your website that you're sending traffic to this guy with no affiliate, why don't you just use something like PrettyLink? PrettyLink Lite is a plugin that you can download. It's free. If you want to upgrade to Pro, which I recommend you do, it's like, I don't know, 37 bucks or something like that for the Pro version. But it's called PrettyLink. And if a plugin like that, you can set up, use your affiliate link as a redirect link over to his site, and you can track all your clicks, track all your traffic through that link. You can also do it without a plugin by using Google Analytics and using what they call UTM, link tracking and stuff, and you can do that within Analytics too. So there's multiple ways that you can track how much traffic you're sending to him without having to do anything expensive or elaborate.
Yeah, and I was going to say too, if you're sending them to a landing page and not just the home page, depending on what his CRM is, you could have them duplicate the landing pages and send them somewhere unique that other traffic won't go. Yeah,
and then you could put remarketing pixels and stuff on that page too, by the way. So last thing, I just want to cover this very quickly because I know we're out of time, but Wayne Clayton posted almost 2 million views, even outside my area, as seen with local tree pros and USA Health Style. If you're not working to be a Google local guide, why not? Wayne is awesome. He's one of our mastermind members, and he's got his Google local guides profile up to a level 5, and he's doing some really cool stuff because he's a Google local guide level 5. We've talked about this in the mastermind and probably the masterclass a little bit too, guys. Go look into it. Right there's the link. I saw it on here somewhere for the local guides link right here. Greg Drebert posted the Google local guides benefits, guys. Go click on that link, get signed up. If you're doing any local stuff at all, you need to start building up your profile. Just every single day, try to add another review or comment or contribute to the local guides program. And over 6 month period, you'll get up to a level 5 or so. You got to work at it. It takes time. There's a lot of work, but if you do it, you can get you can get to a level 5, and it unlocks a lot of benefits and gives your profile a lot of power as a local consultant. Okay.
I'm waiting for his course to come out.
Yeah, I know. Him and I have a meeting next week or the week after. I can't remember, to talk about it. So
that's not what I was expecting.
All right, guys. Well, you'll see IFTTT SEO Academy members in about 2 or 3 minutes. Everyone else, happy Thanksgiving. We'll see you guys next week.
Woo!
Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye, everyone.